Hi guys, welcome back. So let's start off by pinning our hair back, well, the wig back, but I guess that is my hair. And I'm going to go in with the Nivea Post Shave Balm. This is a throwback. I haven't used this in so long, but after using it I realized it still works amazingly. I'm definitely going to start incorporating this back into my beauty routine. So next, to conceal some of those pigmentation scars, because unfortunately I had a pimple explode on my face again, so I'm out here trying to conceal that. I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Orange Corrector, just so the darkness doesn't really peek through the foundation. And for foundation, I'm using the Black Opal Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation in Nutmeg, and I'm mixing it with Truly Topaz. One of them just too dark and too red. The other one's too yellow and too light, so when I mix it together, I really do get my perfect shade. And y'all, I wore this foundation out last weekend, and when I tell you, my makeup was so poppin', my base was so flawless and just really pretty. It didn't look heavy and cakey, and it lasted the entire night. It looked so good, so I'll definitely be using that this fall and winter just because the seasons are changing and you know, now is the time to wear something a little heavier. My skin will start getting a little bit more dull, so I really try and wear foundation during this time. And of course, I'll retire it for a bit in the summertime. And I'm just blending that out with an Eco Tools brush, which I actually haven't used this brush in a while, and I really, really like it. Just flat, just a flat brush. It blends out the foundation really nicely. Also, a trick is if you do have any of those scars or pimples on your face, when I go around or on top of that scar, I really dab. I do not swipe, because if you swipe, it will pull the product away, which will reveal the pimple or the scar. So really try and softly dab to maintain that coverage. And then next, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in, I want to say Beautiful Bronze. You guys, don't be mad at me. I am using a different shade here. I don't really remember it. It'll definitely be on my blog in the details. But it's a little bit more of a neutral shade, not as bright, which I actually do like, because I realized I don't really like the look of a crazy intense highlight anymore. So this is a really good shade for me. I'm blending that out with my same foundation brush. Because my sponges are dirty, I tried this out and I actually really like it. I feel it seamlessly blends the concealer with the foundation, as you can see right here. So I may start doing this more often, but just blending that out, what I always do. And then for my cream contour, I'm also using Black Opal. I'm using their True Color Stick in Carob. I'm using a MAC Duo Fiber brush to blend that out. It blends out so effortlessly. This will probably be my forever favorite cream contour product. If you guys have any recommendations for some other really, really good ones, please let me know in the comments below. Then next, I'm using a new product. It is the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. Guys, this powder is the bomb. I've seen it so much on YouTube, but I wasn't sure about it just because it is very stark white, and sometimes that can be a disaster, but it's really pretty if you use just the right amount. So yeah, this will probably replace some of my other ones for a little while. And then I use this powder to set my entire face as well. And I use a little extra around my smile lines, which is what I always do. Let that sit so it really soaks up any oils that are sitting right there. And then moving on to the eyes, I'm using my Urban Decay Primer Potion Eden just to prime my eyelids, and I'm blending that out with a brush. And I'm setting that with that Dermablend powder just so I don't get any skipping in my eyeshadow. So first I am using the Coastal Scents Single Eyeshadow in Oktoberfest. Love this eyeshadow to death. It's one of my favorites. So I'm just going back and forth in windshield wiper motions like I always do. Slowly building up that color. And then next I use my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and I use the color Jax. Going back and forth, really bringing it all the way to that inner corner and tucking it in the outer corner. Slowly trying to blow it out into my crease. This is like the prettiest shade of cranberry. I love this color. It's one of my favorites in the palette. Also, I heard this palette is going to be, it's not limited edition. It is a palette that will stay, and I guess Morphe's going to be available in Ulta sometime soon. So I definitely recommend you eventually get this product. And then for the lid, I'm using Soda Pop, which is a really, really dark purple, like an eggplant. And I am putting that all over my lid. This will be the color that we blend out and up into the crease. Going back and forth in those windshield wiper motions. With smoky eyes, you really want to take your time because it can get a little bit out of control if you don't do things in small steps. So I'm putting a little bit of Soda Pop down, blending it up slowly, and then adding a little more Soda Pop and blending it up. Just really take your time. Sometimes with smoky eyes, as you can see with this eye, it looks crazy in the beginning, then the blend comes all together. And then next I am taking that Soda Pop and I'm lining a lash line to get full intensity. And then I am taking Jax and I'm going back and forth, really in like windshield wiper motions on my lower lash line, connecting it to the outer, because with the smoky eye you really want it to be blown out, so you want everything to be seamless. And then I'm taking my MAC 224 and I'm blending any harsh lines. And then moving back into the face, I'm using my Tarte Tarteus Makeup Shayla Contour Kit, and I'm using number 3, which is the second darkest shade in the palette, to contour my cheeks, and also that jawline and the nose. And for bronzer, I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzer in Deep. And then for blush, I'm using that same Tarte palette, but I'm using number 5, which is the like pretty pink shade in the palette. I love this blush. That palette is so good. Like, you can literally use every shade. Like, I definitely recommend that if it's still available. I think it might be a permanent piece for Tarte, but For highlighter, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Oh Darling. It was limited edition, but every holiday they drop something just like this. I'm sure there will be something else just like it this year. So you will be able to pick something up or the same thing, I'm sure, this year. And then for mascara, I'm using the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. And then I went back to a little bit of that highlighter and I put it under my brow bone just for a little extra pop. And then for my lips, I use the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Club Hopper. It kind of has a purple undertone, which I wish I wouldn't have done. I wish I would have just went in with like a true brown, like a MAC Chestnut or like a NYX Espresso, but it's fine. It kind of changed the color of this liquid lipstick, which is actually Anastasia Beverly Hills Ashton, which is such a pretty color, but it ends up looking very pinky next to that lip liner, which it really isn't naturally. So if you do want it to come out more of like a nude shade, I would use a brown toned lip liner. And then for lashes, I went in with the Cocoa Lashes in, what are these called? This is actually a new style for me. I completely forgot. This will be on my blog as well. But I like them. They're a little more spaced out than what I'm used to. They're not my favorite. They're not Queen Bees, but I will use them to change it up. But they were nice. They looked good with this look. And then I'm using a little bit of the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer for my bottom lashes, and then I went over that with the MAC mascara. And also, I think those lashes are called Vixen? Maybe. Then I'm using a little bit of that mascara at the top just to squeeze the falsies with my natural ones so they really look natural. Well, as natural as these can be. And then to line my waterline, I use the Maybelline Gel Liner in Blackest Black. And I'm all finished. Guys, I love this look. I also got some new lighting, if you guys can notice. Let me know if you like it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. All details will be on my blog, beautywoo.com. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!